good. Right.
Can you handle it? Are you brave enough? Can you face the challenge? Are you tough enough? Are you ready to join the team? We're keeping our world clean. Let's all work together. Come join us. We're rocking it out.
The rough kids have been captivated by the Cape Coast, gone green in Greyton, and now they further explore the Overberg by visiting the small town of Glenby.
But don't let the name fool you, because this small bay holds many great treasures. But before we share these treasures with you, let's check out what the rough kids got up to last week. Last week, the rough kids were in Greyton, where they started off by finding the Mpepu plant.
We didn't really have a plan, but we had Ayanda, who we called Eagle Eye, because he could spot the little tags from like far away.
Okay, that looks good.
Then they played their part by getting down and dirty to plant some trees in Greyton.
The rough kids are really getting down and dirty with their hands now. For their final challenge, they prepared a wild salad. But in the end, there could only be one winner.
And that goes to Wildcats. So well done for that.
Well, I think it was easier now that like knowing my team members a lot better to work together.
After 7 weeks, it's the Wildcats who lead the Sea Warriors on 40 points to 35. Whose game will it be today? The past weeks, you guys completed unbelievable challenges, seen amazing sights, and learned so much.
Today, we are at APS, the African Penguin and Seabird Sanctuary, where you will learn all about the endangered African penguin.
At APS, Golani and his team are working really hard to help the African penguin and other seabirds.
Morning, rough kids. Welcome to African Penguin and Seabird Sanctuary. Today, I've prepared some amazing tasks for you. And before you do all of those tasks, I would love to take you to a tour inside of African Penguin and Seabird Sanctuary, okay?
So the rough kids were off on their tour of the African Penguin and Seabird Sanctuary.
At first, our rough guide X, he was just showing us around the place and telling us how everything works. So first he took us to the administration room, which was just like saying how they filed stuff. And then, which was pretty interesting, he took us to the lab. So they used like a microscope to look at the penguin's blood to see if they were sick or if they had malaria.
That's the penguin's blood cells. So if it's
Which was really cool because I had never like knew how blood looked through a microscope or a penguin's blood. And so it was pretty cool seeing how you can see if they've got disease in them or not. And also, like, I just love like scientific stuff, and you know, I feel like a scientist.
Push this foot forward. And this one. So this penguin is, I would say, he's totally like waterproof if you look at his feathers.
Sasa i-rough guide yethu uXolani wasinika i-tour ye-penguins and nabe ndivuya because zange ndazibona i-penguins before, ndazibona e-TV qha and zange ndazibamba kwa i-penguins.
First time in years, they said she was paralyzed, so we've been standing in a baguette for an hour every day.
Yeah.
Then now she's able to walk around.
Beautiful.
Swim, then but she still has to learn to take fish from the hand.
Okay.
So which is why we're still helping her now. So we have to do this in the morning and the afternoon up until she grows new feathers, start molting.
Okay.
They are really strong. Yeah. Okay.
Good job, Rebecca. They eat so much. Delicious. There we go.
Go swim.
Looks like the penguins are fed, settled, and ready to enjoy a day at the poolside.
For stage 1, the rough kids will need to fillet the sardines according to X's instructions. They have only 2 minutes to complete the fish fillet blitz.
All right, Wildcats, you only have 2 minutes to complete this challenge, and please be careful when working with scissors. Your 2 minutes starts now.
Head off. Ew. That's so disgusting. Everyone else, go, go, go. And then tail.
For the first stage of the penguin challenge, which was cutting up the fish to feed the penguins, I was excited because I thought it would be something different, but when I got to doing the challenge, the excitement kind of wore off and I was really grossed out.
Ew, the guts are coming out.
And then when we done the challenge, it was disgusting, and I don't think they explained enough to me, so I think I did it wrong.
1 minute left.
Cut under the spine, remember? Go under the spine. No, there's a... Yeah, open it. And then get the spine. Do this stuff, guys. Okay, that's because you didn't cut straight through. Cut straight through. How? I can help you now. I'm just finishing this one.
I've never done it before, so I guess I was kind of like nervous that I was gonna cut off the wrong bits, and which I did. I completely messed it up.
Wildcats, you only have 30 seconds left.
I don't know either. Oh my gosh.
So sayisika la fish and inonyanyisa kakhulu because bengathandi inegazi behlanje. So safuneka sisike kanje ngoba sithathe ispine yaso sisike naso ngoba sisike nasecaleni ngoba sisike enough ngoba sibeke pha.
Your time is up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time up.
Funniest moment was seeing my other team members' faces when they saw all the blood and guts of the fish.
Looks like the Wildcats did well. Let's see how the Sea Warriors do.
All right, Sea Warriors, you have 2 minutes to complete this challenge. Be careful with the scissors. Your time starts now.
The cutting of a fish went very bad. It wasn't really good because no one was communicating well. Everyone was just doing their own thing, like.
Oh. Okay. And then how far? And you just look tail.
I'm a vegetarian, but for some reason I just was not grossed up by it at all. I just like wanted to like touch the fish and all this stuff. It was actually really fun. Lebo told us that we had to cut the head off and the tail, and then we had to open it like in half, and then we had to take all the guts and the bones off. But it was so disgusting.
Yeah, that does look disgusting.
You
have 1 minute left. Good job, guys. Almost done.
Is this right?
Yeah, then you have to cut the bones off.
Uva kwamba so usikela i-fish for eza penguins ezingaphiliyo. Befanele uyisika ngendlela right because ezinye penguins yakwazi ufitwa nje udlule kuzo. But ezinye kufanele sisikele because azikwazi yenza umsebenzi zodwa.
Yeah. There you go. Okay, this is right?
I'm sure we have 10.
5.
Then what you want 10?
3.
Hayi sayeka savela sayeka because akho way basayenza.
Stop. All right, guys. Good job. I know there wasn't much time, but you guys did what you could. Doesn't look too bad.
Caitlin's right. Looks like the Sea Warriors did pretty well. After the break, we find out whether it's smooth sailing or stormy seas for the rough kids.
Before the break, both teams gutted their fish. Now it's time to hear what Holani thinks.
Okay, guys, I'm going to start by looking at Wildcats fillets, which is now I'm going to count and see what I can use here, what is usable. In this basket, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 tails, and then this is fish they didn't even finish to cut, that's not usable. So this is nice. If I put it aside, upside down then, compared to mine. And then I'm gonna move over to the next team. They've got few nice fillets, which is I'll also have to choose one. So I would love to choose this one here and the second one. But one thing is wrong about these two fillets from Sea Warriors is that the fins are still here. So that's not good to feed a penguin with this, because we try not to get a lot of bones in the stomach. Okay, to me they look pretty even, so both teams did very well.
All right, Sea Warriors, this is stage 2, and Golani will tell you what you need to do.
Okay guys, stage 2, we have to prepare crates for the sick penguins. So earlier on I did take you to like a tour inside apps. So I did show you the slide in front. So if you're paying attention, this is the time to prove it. Okay.
So guys, you have 2 minutes to do this challenge. Your time starts now.
Kuze ndive basoyenza i-nest ye-penguins ezigulayo, because izona zithanda ubona abantu. Wasichazela uBhuqolane basothatha i-newspaper, then make sure uba uthakishe kakuhle kwikona ibe straight. Then emva koko sabeka itawo sayibeka straight naso.
And we put the newspaper down. I think we did the newspaper very well. But for the towels, there were so many and we didn't really know what to do with them. So we just like chucked them in, and it was very unneat, our crates.
Your time is up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. And just like that, the Sea Warriors are done.
Okay guys, I want to quickly show you how to prepare crates, and then we will judge from my crate. Hold your neck. Check. Let's go down on your knees. You always open this newspaper in the middle, and then as you put it in, make sure you cover the side so that the penguin guana does not go all over the floor. Check that. See? This is how it's done as well. Fine, I can do that. So the newspaper is very important. So you cannot just have one layer of newspaper, at least 6. Then after, you need a towel. I'll steal from your crate. Okay, that is done. So make sure your crate is neat. Okay guys, and then the second towel we use to cover the crate. Because penguins, when they sick in here, so if there's a lot of people walking up and down, so they stress very easily. So.
Okay, for your second challenge, Holani will tell you what to do.
Okay guys, your second challenge is this. You have to prepare crates for the penguins, and there's no briefing for this one. So earlier on I did a tour with you guys. I'll show you the slides inside. So if you were paying attention, you'll know exactly what to do. So you've got 2 crates to prepare, okay?
All right, Wildcats, your time starts now.
When we made the crates, I took some newspaper and put it in the crate because I saw before that they showed us like this video clip of how they did everything. Fold it nicely.
Think if you were a penguin, I would want to live here.
During the penguin bed making challenge, we split into 2 groups, the boys and the girls. But I think a problem that occurred was that we hadn't talked about it before.
We told Katie that it was first newspaper and then the towels. But we didn't open the newspaper, so I was like, I didn't know that we had to open it.
Looks like the Wildcats are done.
Okay guys, hold on this. So this is how you do the crates for the penguins. Remember, when we put these newspapers, we don't want the penguin guana to go everywhere. So you open the newspaper in the middle. You make sure you've got 6 layers of newspaper. So you cover your corners there. And then normally we use 1 towel because if you use 4 or 5, that means there's going to be a lot of washing the following day and lots of soap. We're trying to save water. Eh? Then this one is ready for the penguin. Okay, guys, we use the second towel to cover the crates because penguins, they relax when it's dark. So that's it. You guys did well.
Now, one of the biggest threats to African penguins is the lack of food, which means they have to travel far distances to find food.
For this challenge, you will need to select one team member. You will have 30 seconds to select a team member to represent your team.
Well, we thought that the person who we had to choose was going to be the person with the fish in their mouth. So Akil was like, I don't mind pushing the fish in my mouth. So we were like, okay, you can do it.
All right, teams, who will it be? Akil for the Sea Warriors and Ayanda for the Wildcats.
Now that you've selected your penguin chicks, Holani will tell you what you need to do.
The members that you've selected are going to be your penguins chicks, and then the rest of the team members, you are going to be the parents, which is you have to use your own mouth to pick up the fish and go and feed your chick.
But then we found out that he was the one who wasn't going to get the fish in his mouth. So yeah, our choice was kind of just not really that strategic.
First team to get 3 fish to a chick is the winner.
Teams, what Xolani is not telling you is that you are not allowed to use your hands to collect the fish. Also, your ankles will be bound together so you waddle around like penguins.
All right, teams, let's get into position.
For stage 3, one teammate will be selected to be the penguin chick. The remaining teammates will need to get 3 sardines to the chick using only their mouths and with their ankles bound.
Sea Warriors, are you ready?
Yes! Wildcats, are you ready?
Yes!
Go!
There we go, Georgia.
We had to put a fish in our mouth and then run to the basket and drop it in. And it was like a relay, and then the next person had to go.
Good job, good job.
Close.
During the penguin chick feeding challenge, we thought that we had a good chance of winning because it wasn't particularly difficult, but we started off by having a strategy that we would bite the fish around its middle, even though the guts might spill out, but we thought, hey, it's for winning, it won't matter.
Lots of crazy hopping and messy fish. Oh no, looks like Lebu has dropped his fish and will have to start again.
Go.
Okay. Good job,
The Wildcats have caught up. Oh, quickly.
Nice.
Quickly.
There we go.
Kotha has dropped her fish. Kotha.
Oh, it looks like Tiffany used her hands.
Almost there. Go.
We had to go to sudden death because one of our fish wasn't on properly, and one of the other teammates touched the ground when they tried to put the fish in the box.
Omdat Jonas nou nie die vis reg in die bak ingegooi het nie, omdat hulle vis nou oorgehang het in die bak, moes hy nou gegaan het en ek moes gegaan het omdat ek my hande gebruik het.
Wildcats, because your fish is not completely in the box,
and Sea Warriors, because Tiffany used her hands,
we have to do a decider. Eunice, you're going for the Wildcats?
Tiffany, you're going for the Sea Warriors. Are you ready?
Yes!
Go!
Go, Tiffany!
Maar omdat ek geweet het ek is vinnig gereis hom, het ek nog geweet dat ek dit gaan wen.
For that challenge, I was so happy I was going to put the fish in my mouth because I thought I was going to, but it turns out I wasn't. But it was very fun watching them having the fish in their mouth because they were all like, yo, this is so disgusting.
I picked up the fish with my mouth and I started jumping, and every time I jumped, the fish guts went on my mouth it swing this way. The fish would slap me here and it swing that way. And all the guts are over my face and on my t-shirt, so it is really disgusting.
So after a sudden death, the Sea Warriors have won. So after a busy day at the African Penguin and Seabird Sanctuary, the rough kids were treated to the penguin pantsula. I hope they're paying close attention for their next stage.
So the teams are off trying to match Njongo's penguin pantsula.
And kwi-penguin pantsula bendifila yona bendifila bendithanda but la andikwazi benzama uba ndilandele wathi laa bhuti ebetshilo ubhuti Njongo, so ndazama like understanda ndingalibali. Imnandi because le besisebenzisana also pha because the rest of the team amo Akhil noDoja noTiffany bebendicherisha balebo go dance ndayenza.
Ayanda didn't really want to do the dancing, but we kind of said, you know, none of us can dance. If you want to win the challenge, you have to do it. And in the end, we were really happy that we had picked him.
This was my first time visiting a penguin sanctuary, and I must say, it's been truly memorable.
I know, right? We had so much fun and learned so much about the endangered African penguin.
Holani, you've been a fantastic rough guide, but you're not done yet. You still have to tell us how the teams did.
Okay, rough kids, today you guys worked really hard, and give yourself a round of applause. Okay, let's go to the results. We had 4 tasks today. So, and then I come up with task 1 and task 2. It was a tie, yeah, because both teams did very well. And then task number 3, which is now, it was the parent feeding a chick. And then there, it's Sea Warriors win that round. Then task number 4, which is now, it was the penguin pantsula. So Njongo told me that Wildcats did win that round.
In the end, we tied the challenge, and I guess we were all grateful that we hadn't lost another one.
Ik then I feed a chick, never win Sea Warriors. And keep penguin pantsula and then I win. So yeah, I win team. So we draw for London.
So that means it was a draw. So it's a tie, guys, no?
Sea Warriors, Wildcats, you have earned yourselves 5 rough points.
Well done, rough kids. While both teams celebrate, let's go check out the scoreboard.
After 4 stages and lots of penguins, the teams ended the day on a draw, putting the Wildcats on 45 and the Sea Warriors on 40 points.
It doesn't matter whether it's inland or at the coast. The rough kids are always ready to take on any challenge and give it their best.
So join us next week as the rough kids continue with their eco-adventures in the picturesque town of Greyton.